Hi, welcome to Word 2016 Module 4. We're going to start out working with setting our document margins. Our document margins are the area that is around our text on the top, bottom, left, and right. Our default margins are set at 1 inch on all sides. Default means what automatically comes up. So the file we're going to be working with is, if you look at the top of my screen, wd4-1.docx. It's in Word Module 4 folder, and you should be the very first file in your list once you open that folder. We're going to rename that. We're going to go to File, Save As, and give it the name. If you look on page Word 78, number 1, WD, the number 4 dash travel, health, the number 2, GO. To go is all one word, and then click on Save. Now, I've already saved this before, so it's going to ask me to replace the existing file. It should be the first time you save it, so you just click on OK. If you notice, it should tell you a different name at the top of your title bar. You notice that it did get saved. Now, I'd like for you to scroll down through your document so you can kind of get an idea what we have available to us. We've got an area that we have either a table or we have a box around a bulleted list. Then we've got several headings. We've got several colors on our headings. We also have another bulleted list for the first 8 items. We have an image. And then we got another bulleted list, and then we've got a multi-bulleted list. So we've got several things that we can work with. Now, remember how to get to the top of your page? We press Control Home together. Okay, that'll take you to the very top of your document, the very first place. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change those margins. So we're going to click on the Layout tab. Then all the way to the left on the ribbon, we're going to click on Margins, and then go to the bottom of the drop-down menu at Custom Margins. And here's our margins. Top, left, bottom, and right, all set at 1 inch as we discussed. Our orientation is set at Portrait, and the difference between Portrait and Landscape, that's how your page looks. Is it either portrait, looks like a portrait of a person, you know, it's slimmer at the top and then the long sides, or you have landscape, it's wider at the top and then narrower on the sides is landscape. We're going to keep it at portrait, so we're going to change our margins to 0.7, and there's a couple different ways we can change these. We can use the arrows, okay, the arrow box, to rotate this using the down arrow key to 0.7, or we can just highlight the 1 inch and type in 0.7. And to move from box to box, you just use your tab key. Okay, I kind of like using the just typing in the number. It works pretty well, because if you have to make a lot of changes on it, then it's easier just to type in the number. Once you get that changed, then you click on OK. And you notice it changed our margins. Now we're at 0.7 instead of 1 inch. Now, if we kind of like to see how all the pages look together, we can go to View, and then we look at multiple pages. And you can see how the pages look together. And if you notice that the layout, we still have all the different features that we were looking at a while ago, but the page is laid out a little bit different. So let's say that we want to go back to 100%. Now we can change that view up from the multi-pages to 100% there, or we can go down, if you notice down in your taskbar, status bar, you can use your zoom slider and change it to 100% there as well. If you cannot remember where your margins are, because there's so many different tabs and information to remember, sometimes it's easy to forget. So if you can just remember and you have your ruler up, okay, view, and you have your ruler turned on, you notice this gray area on both sides, that's your margins. So all you have to do is just double click on that gray area on either side or on your vertical ruler, and that will bring your page setup as well. Good job, you set your margins.